They are moving up to 145-pound weight class. Section 4 and Section 3. Section 4, Tom Kingston out of Waverly. And out of Watertown, New York, is Seamus Lyman, sophomore. So we've got a sophomore, Lyman's a sophomore, and Kingston a junior. And both of these guys are veterans. Actually, Kingston was first in the sectionals 88, but he was also in his intersectionals in 87 and 88. So although not state seasoned, these guys definitely have wrestled it in the sections up to this point. And you've got a sophomore, a Seamus Lyman, and Kingston, a junior. Lyman from Section 3, Kingston from Section 4.
Yeah, Dale, even his sophomore Lyman has wrestled 100 matches so far.
I was just checking that. You know,
it's just amazing. You talk about seasoned. After one season, a freshman or an 8th grader is a veteran.
Right.
With all the exposure they get to the different wrestlers in the state tournaments, sectionals, summer tournaments.
Section 3 had 5 wrestlers, or has 5 wrestlers in these finals. Section 4 has 4. Right now, there's no score. Lyman and Kingston. Lyman, Section 3 in the gold. Shoots on Kingston. Nothing going.
No, he kept his head down. He didn't back out. Didn't cost him this time, but he's going to have to back out a little bit more cautiously. You see so many wrestlers shoot in and pause a second, and boom, the other man scoots around, spins and turns, gets 2 points.
No points. We're heading down to 30 seconds left in the first period. 30 seconds right now in this first period. No score. Waverly's Tom Kingston, Watertown, Seamus Lyman. Once again, they seem to be quite cautious. The standings, Section 11 at this point has 214 points. Section 4 with 189. Section 3, 173 in third place. So it's 11, 4, and 3, the sections at this point leading the state tournament. And surprisingly, as we said, Section 8 does not have a person in the finals and will not be a factor this year. They're going to flip. Seamus Lyman, I think, is going to take bottom.
He does make the decision, and it will be bottom. But Kingston is telling the ref he's bleeding from the mouth, or
his ear, I think, is.
Oh, the ear. Okay.
I don't know what they're.
Well, that side of the headgear's all red. I guess he's bleeding.
He said, "Whatever it is, let's pick up the pace here." They like to keep these things going, so it will be Kingston down, Lyman on top. No score. Let's see what kind of moves we get.
Off the bottom.
Switch, step over. Whoa, nice move by Kingston. No points.
He'll probably
Whistle.
get 1 point.
Yes.
Good call by the official.
Gave him an escape.
I tell you, Lyman could have definitely been called for 2-point reversal on that.
Quickness on Kingston after a kind of a weak move initially.
Exactly. He just kind of sat, I don't know, collected his thoughts for maybe 2 seconds and then reacted great. But the intensity in the second period is definitely picked up from the first. I think their game plans are established.
Seamus trying to get hand wrist control, and then Kingston tries to shoot hard, and now he gets backed out by Lyman.
And he shoots in again, tries to scoop up the single leg to the his right side. So both men have to open up. I mean, this is the state championship, and I'm sure both of them want to win and not give the match away, but both are going to have to open up a little bit.
Seamus Lyman down by 1, and they're both going to be warned for stalling. And Seamus Lyman, looking at his coaches, I think would like to get a idea of what they would like him to do. Now they tie up aggressively right from the beginning. Lyman has been warned, as has Kingston.
And Tom Kingston headgear has come off.
Lots of advice from the fans as this 145-pound bout kind of settles down into a kind of a scoreless duel. There's 1 point scored, but not a lot of offensive action. Moving down to 35 seconds left in this second period as Kingston ties up the arm. They wrestle on the out of bounds. 2 points. Well, that's going to be 2 and 2 then.
They're going to call him out of bounds. The official's going to look at...
yeah, there's going to be a discussion there.
He doesn't want to call this one by himself, whether it's 2 reversal, 2 takedown. At the worst they should do is probably give Section 3 1 point for improving his position.
Let's see.
The official table wants a little bit of discussion on this, see where the points lie. I really didn't catch the... that's what it is. It's a 2 point takedown by Kingston and 1 point escape by Lyman.
3-1 it will be then.
25 seconds left in the second period.
The move was right on the edge of the mat, both the takedown and the escape.
And he sits in for a dump.
He tried,
and he got stuck.
He got caught halfway through the move.
That's right. It looked like he was going to come through in pretty good shape. Instead, he ends up losing 4 points on the exchange.
Seamus Lyman, as you said, got caught, got stuck halfway through, and that gives a large advantage to Tom Kingston, make it 8-1, so a 7-point edge for Kingston as we end the second and begin the third period. And Seamus Lyman has got a lot of ground to make up.
All right, after that move, Dale, he looked at his coaches, and his coach said, settle down, a lot of time, collect yourself. Let's score some points, take it a point at a time right now.
Of course, now, strategy-wise, Kingston can do a lot less.
That's right. He can sit on top, which he's doing. I'm not saying he's defensive, but he doesn't have to work as hard as he has been.
They go out of bounds.
He can, start riding the Lyman, using up a little bit of the clock.
He definitely doesn't want to get into a brawl with Lyman, because that's, in terms of confusion and not being set in what he wants to do.
Right, Seamus has nothing to lose right now. I mean, he's down by 7. He's got to throw everything at Tom Kingston he can think of. And he does get the 1 point escape.
8-2 now. So now if you're Kingston, you're saying, I got to stay away from the big ones. And of course, if you're Lyman, you say, I got to get me something quickly here.
That's right. Kingston is in on the dump this time.
Aggressive. He's going to get 2.
He's got no points at the moment, but he's in deep. He does have the 2 points now.
There he got it. Yep. Lyman reaches for the wizard, try to control him, bring him around front.
He's trying to hip toss him here. Nearly out of bounds.
Hip to hip.
He should get 1 point if they go out of bounds, maybe 2.
He did improve his position. 1, 10-3. Lyman still down by 7
with
neutral
103
position.
In the third period.
50 seconds right now. Seamus Lyman from Section 3 trying desperately. He got double underhooks.
Double underhooks, goes to a trip, and he's got... Oh, he let up for a second again, Dale, and he gave away 2 points. He thought he had a couple points in the bag. Just didn't follow through quite enough.
I think he was trying for that 5-point move with the underhooks, try to throw him, get the takedown, and
he thought he had it. He thought the move was going. Tom Kingston had other thoughts. Stopped the move, got 2 points.
So Kingston way up on top now as we're down to 15 and counting. The lead is at 9.
You hear the countdown in the background. It's 4 seconds to go. Section 4 picking up another state championship title.
12-3 win for Tom Kingston in a match that started slowly but ended with a flurry as Kingston defeats Seamus Lyman from Watertown in Section 3, 12-3, and Seamus Lyman, only a sophomore, will be back, but Kingston's only a junior. He'll be back too. So 145-pound, the new state champion from Waverly, New York, Tom Kingston, Section 4.